FreeMMOStation.com.
What's up, guys? It's Scion, and we're back for FreeMMOStation covering Battleborn. Now, no, majority of you guys have probably heard by now Battleborn went free to play yesterday, the 6th of June. Now, it's free to play, kinda, and you gotta put an asterisk on kinda because what you have that's free to play is actually the PvP side of the game. And it's only 4 parts of the PvP side that you actually have. They call it competitive modes that you get access to. So it's Incursion, Meltdown, Capture, and Face Off. What I'm going to show you today is Incursion and just the ins and outs of that and talk about that, but that'll be a little bit after. First, we want to look at the game as a whole and what you get and what you don't get. Alright, so this is the competitive modes right here versus public. What you get is, like I said, the 4 modes: Incursion, Meltdown, Capture, and Face Off in this mode. You can also do private matches with people if you can find people playing the game. Now, the overall population of this game is down, of course, and they made a problem for themselves where they should have actually held this game back. I know this is like a 2K game, and 2K ain't trying to hear that, but they should have. You should not, they should not have put this game as a release anywhere near Overwatch. That was bad marketing. I guess they overestimated the pull of the game. Overwatch has more, I guess you want to say, characters that are going to be liked by people. Like, this overall, it just should have never been put together, and that was pretty much the downfall in this game. If people say it's this, it was badly publicly put out next to Overwatch. That should have never happened. Somebody at 2K should have been smart enough to know not to go up against Blizzard, but apparently they didn't hire anybody to do that. So that's what happened to Battleborn. Now, with that said, does that make the game bad? Nah, this is not really a bad game at all. It's actually a pretty fun game, and it's a good free-to-play alternative right now. If you don't feel like playing Overwatch, you're burnt out, you want to do something else, you don't want to play Paladins because you don't trust what's going on over there at Paladins, which I don't blame anybody. So if you want to give another game a shot that's a little bit closer to AAA, like Overwatch, this probably would be a good game. It's free, it's on Steam, it's not going to cost you anything to go in and play PvP competitive, and you might as well. Now, the characters in this game, let's get it loaded. The characters in this game are pretty cool. Like, I especially like this one. I've been watching her a lot. I'm actually going to pick her up because as a founder, they gave me free currency and free money currency right there. I'm going to save the money currency and not use it on anything, but the free currency right there, I'm going to rock that, and I'm going to pick up Alani. So you see the characters right here. They're pretty cool. And they're different. They're not like copies. Like, come on, Paladins. I don't care who came first, Paladins or Overwatch. It's obvious that there's similar characters in both those games. But there's no similar characters really in this game. They're their own thing. And they feel different and a lot of fun overall. Just go in, show you the different ones. Of course, there's going to be some that are going to be like typical, genre type characters that you kind of figure are going to be similar to other people, but for the most part, I just like the characters overall in this game. I think the only character that reminds me of somebody is maybe this one. Like, you already know who she's going to remind you of, even like the hips and everything else. Like, yeah. So overall, I just like everything that goes on with this and everything that goes on with the PvP side of the game and the characters. Now, gear-wise, you probably won't see this too much in the PvP side because you don't get a lot of gear compared to the PvE side of the game. But they do have gear in this game, and the gear kind of takes the place of loadouts. Like, if you notice, like in Paragon and League of Legends, where they have those different types of gear, as you can see right there, you get more gear in the PvE side, but it does make a difference. You see, like CC duration, like you can make builds and things like that based off of gear and what type of good gear you get. If you get like a legendary piece of gear, like this is a legendary piece of gear, you get a legendary piece of gear that's OP and it actually counts in PvP. It doesn't like make you overwhelming, but it does help as far as with builds. So I like that they actually allow that to be in the game, and it doesn't necessarily make you broken or overpowered or anything like that. So like, I like progression, so that always is going to be something that makes me happy.
The page displays an overview of your command history, your rank, your best performances in battle, and other critical details related to your time in the trenches.
As she said, this is the career page, so anything that you actually have done in the past, it will actually show you, whether it's PvP, PvE, gear that you accumulated. If you've done any operations, we're going to talk about operations too.
Despite the impending end of all things, our friends at the Last Light Consortium are still in business. and they really want to sell you stuff, you can browse their wares in the marketplace.
And as she says again, this is the marketplace. Now, the marketplace is pretty cool. There's really not much that you can do to influence your character's power. You can buy characters, which, like I said, I was going to buy during this video. And there she is. I got Alani. That's who I wanted. And as you can see right here, the blue currency is actually the currency that you earn in the game, and it's really not that hard to earn currency as long as you play well. Even doing headshots and having good games help you with that. So being a good player, you earn more currency, of course. All right, and this is the actual paid currency. It's called platinum. You can use platinum to actually spend on things in the game, and I believe 700 platinum is $4.99. And the season pass, I believe, is $15. If you want the season pass, that allows you to actually get all the characters and all the operations. Now, I'm not too sure if that'll automatically upgrade you to having the full game, because this is just something that they just did today, and I already have the full game as founder, so that part I don't know. But it's still cool overall that you can know it's only $15, and you can just upgrade the game. So technically, I guess the game would be $15, but we'll see. Here's bundles right here. You also notice down here they have the season pass bundle right there, which includes the 5 story operations, instant access to Alani, Petals, Ernest, Kid, Ultra, and Beatrix all at the same time. So technically, in a money standard, if $4.99 is 700 points, that's how much it costs. So what this basically technically costs is $35 for everything. Let me see. Nope, that's not necessarily right, because this would be it'd be $42. Yeah, around that. So skins, as you see right here, they have a lot of skins. Skins is the thing in this type of game. You have your taunts, you have your loot packs, you have your boost, you have your miscellaneous stuff right there, and then you have your gearboxes, which is pretty much your platinum. All right. So here's the thing. Here's what you don't get. Everything else in here that you all get, you even get to keep progression, but you get a rotation of the 6 characters, 6 of these characters every week, unless you actually somehow find a way to actually buy every one of them. But you get a rotation of 6 characters, every week free. The progression that you make on those characters stay, but they will give you different characters the following week. So you won't have all the progression that you made on those characters will stay there, but you'll just have to use different characters for the following week. What you don't get is story, which is, come on, there we go. You don't get the normal and you don't get the advanced stuff. You can't do any of the story stuff. And you can't do any of the operations. See, I can't even do any of the operations because I didn't get the season pass for the operations. But the operations are kind of technically like story raids, and it's the PvE side. Remember, this game has a lot of the Borderlands gameplay, and that's why I bought the game originally, because I wanted to play something I thought it was going to be like Borderlands, and they were going to actually focus on that, which they should. They should focus on the PvE side of this game, because that would make it stand out compared to Overwatch. Like if they did that, it would be awesome. It would be completely awesome. This game would be sick. You would get loot, the guns, and you would have these characters that progress and get stronger, and it would have been hot. That's what everybody wants to do. For some reason, they just decide that they want to fight Overwatch, and I don't know is it gonna work. Who knows? But they should concentrate on that. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna basically talk about the PvP side, because that's what's free to play. Alright guys, this is incursion mode right now. It's one of the 4 modes that you get to actually go into. You get this nice spider tank mech that you need to escort or protect. Now, right now you're going to be in protection mode, and you have to protect it, and we have to get to the other side and destroy their side. Now, you're going to get other teammates, and you're going to get other teams actually trying to do this too. And it's a little bit of it is like a MOBA mode, kind of similar to Paragon and Smite. And if you're used to those type of things, you're used to this. You should always have positioning at high ground and try to use turrets where you can in here. Now you can increase and put defenses up according to how much of the little fragments, as you can see these things right here that I'm shooting. You get these fragments and you can use that to upgrade things like the turrets and maybe shields and even your minions. Now what you always want to do is be in a good defensive position unless you're an offensive type of hero, and you can go in and just try to wreak some havoc where you can. You can go with some stealth, you can go with tactical measures, you can go with a little bit of sniping, you can even go in with mercenary camps, which if you look over to the east side of the map in the middle right there where that little spot is, you can actually attack the mercenary camp and get a mercenary to come out and help you fight. And of course, the other team is not going to stand there and let you do that. They're going to do their best to kick your ass and make things tough for you. So a team that works together and actually has some good communication does well in this. Rambos don't win in this map. It just doesn't happen. You get screwed hard if you do not play with your team. So you really do need to play with your team. And as you can see right here, right there, I put up a little bit of a shield barrier thing to help out and went back into the fight. This is just basically me running around right now so I could show you in essence, because overall actually going into team play I was getting some lag and it just was ugly. Now as far as the population in this game, since they went free to play, people are playing. I can honestly tell you before the free to play, people were not playing. You'd be lucky if you would get a match like every maybe 10 minutes or something like that. And then if you did get a match every 10 minutes, if the team wasn't balanced, people would just leave. It was really frustrating at that point in time. Right now that's not happening because it's free to play, so you got probably like maybe 5,000 people circulated in between all of the fights. And that's cool overall. So as you can see right here, this is basically me. I died because I overextended because I did a little bit too much of a Rambo. And you have the basal scaler system that comes in when it actually comes to leveling your character. Gear does play a role in this, so the better gear you have, the more you can affect your build, but it's not going to necessarily make you OP, just affect your build, which I like. I just like stuff like that. I don't want something that's going to come in and make me do like 1,000 damage against somebody who's only doing 100. That's not fair. It's not that fun either or challenging. So overall, you would think that, you know, should you play this game? I would say yes, just to try it out. If you are tired of the other games like, you know, Paladins and Overwatch, and even the new one coming out, the Quake Champions, if you don't find that to your liking, this game is pretty fun. Overall, you might find a champion that you like in this game. So I can thank everybody for watching. I think it's actually worth trying because free-to-play games are always worth trying at least once. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching me, and thanks for watching FreeMMOStation. Peace.